Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customized Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customized
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
It's just not.
Totally.
It's funny, some of the names that you think are so easy, and they kind of are, but they're not always like here we would pronounce that basically being anywhere east of Quebec probably pronounce that was Jacques, right? And even with the S on the end, probably would still pronounce it as Jacques without even thinking about the fact it might be Jacques. It's kind of weird. It's hard to mess mine up. 3 letters, N-I-X.
Yep.
It's hard to say it any other way. How's your curling season going? I see your name every now and then in a few draws.
Ooh, pretty darn good.
Is it? That's good.
Yep. And I think we are live at the moment as well.
We are? Oh.
Yep.
I got to go out and in then because I don't have a picture.
Oh. Sounds good.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the semifinals of the Saville U25 Challenge. Jim Nix here with Ryan Jacques. Hi, Ryan.
How's it going today, Jim?
Very good, thank you. Just getting going here in this one. Semifinal match between Myla Plett and Tabata. Momoha is not here this weekend. I'm not exactly sure. I know that. Just 1 second here till I get my notes on that. I think Miku Nihira is skipping. I believe that's what we had yesterday. And we don't have the luxury of knowing exactly what the final lineups are. And sometimes we can read the names on the back and sometimes we can't. So
that depends on the video quality, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that and sometimes long hair and
yep.
different ways of spelling. So
totally. Or they're wearing a warmer jacket over top their usual.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So both these teams have gotten here very different routes. Tabata only played 2 games and won them both and qualified through A. And Plett actually played more games than almost everybody. She was 3-1 to qualify out of B, and then won her quarterfinal game against Duncan this morning. So she's actually 4-1 playing this game. So quite a difference in the number of games. A short spiel like this and that many games for these teams, Ryan, probably not a big issue, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so. Tabata's got lots of events under their belt, so maybe they would have liked one more warm-up game to just keep the momentum going, but I don't think that'll be a problem for this team. We're in for a real treat today.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a good one here. We've done games for both these teams over the weekend, and been a little short at commentator, so I've been here for pretty much every draw, and it's been fun to watch. Been some good curling. There's been some stuff that we'll be able to talk about. Be nice to be able to chat with somebody for a change today, just about what's going on out there. And things like
Totally
that.
keep you sane so you don't have to have a conversation with yourself.
Yeah, yeah. How'd you know I did that? I thought I was alone when I was doing that. Anyway,
Yep.
yeah.
Exactly. But no, it's lots of fun to watch this curling.
Yeah, so early in the game, we're 3 rocks in, and we've got a rock around the corner guard, which is good. Sometimes the first ends in these games can see not a lot happening. There are awful lot of people are playing this as come in the house and hit it and bang away for an end, but we've got a rock in play, and I know that the Plett team is pretty aggressive, and Tabata I think will probably be about the same. So it should be a good one. You're pretty familiar with the Plett team, Ryan? I don't know exactly where you play out of.
Yeah, I play out of the Saville here, so where this event is taking place.
Okay.
I don't know them super well, but yeah, have seen them around lots. I know my sister has played against them many times.
So this is Chloe, and I've been pronouncing it as Fediuk, and
I believe it's Fadouk.
Fadik,
Fadouk.
Faduk. Okay.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Well, we'll go with that because you at least have heard it before. I didn't know, and nobody was sending me nasty messages to correct me, so I went with that. Faduk.
Totally.
Okay.
But I
So
do know
Chloe
Team Plett's got quite the squad of parents upstairs watching.
Yeah, is that right?
Team.
Yeah, I bet.
Yep, which is very good.
Yeah, there's some names there I know for sure. Obviously, Nito's name is pretty familiar, and the lead is I suspect his last name is Iskew.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that I'm guessing her parents are from down our way. Her mom is down from Truro, just up the road from where I live, I think.
Nice. Yep.
Been a long time, but so 2 rocks set up pretty good for Tabata here with hammer here in the first end. This looks like it's probably going to be a nose hit. Ice, I've been saying, Ryan, the ice here at the Saville Center has been very good. I think it usually is. I mean, we've heard this is the name of a facility that we hear all across the country. I'm about as far away as I can get from here. So ice conditions look good, and I suspect they're like that most of the time.
Absolutely. It's a really good rink to play out of. The National Training Center as well. You'll see lots of big names there all the time. Rachel Holman's practicing there a lot.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
good quality ice and rocks.
Yeah. It's good. It's interesting. It has lots of curl. It doesn't seem to have quite as hard a finish as some other places, but it has plenty. Like, I mean, it's just you can really do whatever you want to do with it if you can find the right weight.
Totally. Yep.
See out turn come around. Tabata's not fooling around here. I thought she might just hit the open one, but she's going to tuck another one around the corner. A little bit more.
Probably a good thing, though. They got pretty close to the guard. That's not too bad of a spot.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a tough double.
Yeah, can you see enough of it to make the double? Maybe you could make it across the face, hit it thin.
You might be able to make it across the face, yeah.
Even if you get it out of the 8-foot and sit 2, then that's pretty good.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I don't know if you'll be able to get it out and save the shooter, but you can certainly give it a go. It might if you don't throw it too hard. Doesn't have much choice, I don't think, other than to give it a go anyways. Definitely don't want to play yourself into a 3 spot here. Third stone, Alyssa Netowin. Plus, had a great game last night in the game to qualify at a B. It was a super good game, and she played very well. Made a couple of big peels. So it's just going to be a little thin for that. Good effort, though. Tabata playing with fire a little bit going in here again. Definitely an aggressive move. I just wonder sometimes if it might be just a little too aggressive. If you ever sit this one out just a couple inches wider than you were before, they make the double and the whole thing's gone again. So the other option, I guess, Ryan, would be to split the house here, right, and try to get your two that way.
It would, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't so sure on the last shot because the yellow is quite high in the house, so it was hard to sit two without being open. But this, I do like it on this shot just because she just threw the path on the first shot and tapped the yellow back on the first one, so there is more room this time around.
Yeah, good points.
Oh, but it's not going to quite work out.
Only good thing for her, she didn't move it too far. It did open up the back one a little bit, but not so it's wide open for sure. But
yeah,
having the advantage of seeing that shot the first time would definitely be a consideration there as to why you would go again.
For sure. Yep. But then again, I was playing Yusuke Morizumi in the Calgary Original 16 Spiel just a couple weekends back, and I did that exact thing. I made a beautiful shot frozen on the yellow when we could have split the house, and he just made the run triple, and then we had to blank. So.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Yeah.
You got to be careful about those things.
Yeah, it's hard now you're fortunate you're playing at a time when all those things are being done frequently, but it's hard when you try to play against teams like that. It's it's got to be really hard on the mind trying to think about where to go, because those sorts of things, run doubles and run triples and everything, are so commonplace now. Not that they make them all the time, but they make them far more than I think they should ever be able to make them.
Totally. Yep.
Myla Plett now look to remove the yellow shot rock on the edge of the 4-foot. That one's working pretty hard. This one's curling pretty hard. Should be okay, though.
Oh, nicely done.
A little roll. Didn't quite get over underneath the yellow, but that's okay. That was a very good shot. That was not a gimme, that one. So, Miku Nihira, I believe, is throwing skips rocks on this team. She's normally the third. Good opportunity here, though. Still, make a little hit and roll and still work, possibly get your deuce.
That's not too late. Put some pressure on Team Plett here.
This one's curling. Should be just about right. Gets a little roll. Maybe a little unfortunate that you might have left it where the hole is, but pretty good shot.
I think they'll be pretty happy with that. If you rolled right behind, well, even where it is right now, there's a little risk of a freeze, and then you get a chance for a steal. It's a pretty darn good spot.
Yeah. Interesting to see what she chooses here. The out-turn hit's definitely there, but you have to be a little careful. If you ever did anything wrong with it and ticked your red one at the top of the 8-foot or something like that, you couldn't end up in there.
Oh, my. Yeah. That would be danger.
She can make a good draw here, just come around that and sit top of the button or something, so or somewhere around there. Even though you're not shot, you're going to make it awful hard for Tabata's team to pick up a deuce.
Yep.
Just look across the sheets for a second. The other semifinal going on right now as well is Sun Yeon Ha against Miura. Was the other team that was undefeated in the early goings. Went 2-0 as well. Myla Plett looking to play the intern draw. Big thing here, just don't be heavy. If you're a foot or two short of that, it's not a bad result.
You spoke too soon there, Jim.
I did. Or not soon enough. I'm not sure which.
Yep.
Yeah. That draw weight sometimes is tough in the first end, though. So a chance for two for Team Tabata. After that real nice hit and roll. Looked like Plett was going to get out of this end without a two, and she still might, but not a real difficult draw here. She even has a little bit of backing, and although we always say we don't like to use backing, sometimes it helps.
For sure.
What is the normal speed here, Ryan, when you guys play out of here?
I'd say about 14 seconds.
14,
Pretty standard. Yeah.
Yeah. So turn draw coming in. Looks like the weight's okay. Sweepers haven't gotten in any big hurry to sweep it. Going now a little bit. Looks like it's going to be fine. And a great start for Team Tabata with two here in the first end of our semifinal match at the Saville U25 Challenge. Brought to you on Curling Stadium Edmonton, and we'll take a short break and be back with you for the second end.
Don't forget your brooms.
Yep, you got it.
Come on. Okay, well, what do you got? You got one, you got two, you got...
Just one little, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Basically the same. So we're back for end number two here at the Saville Center, Saville Curling Center. 10 sheets of ice here. They host a lot of events. We've already done, just me personally, I know I've been at events at this at least 3 times this year, so they certainly have a lot. And it's a major training center out here. My partner here, Ryan Jacques, curls out of this club, so I've been learning a little bit more about it during the breaks. We'll be able to pick his brain because he'll know everything we need to know. Right, Ryan.
Well, I can try.
Yeah. So interesting first end there. Just kind of went back and forth a little bit. But Tabata did get her 2, so she has a 2-0 lead over Plett here in the second end. And this one looks fine. So then it looks so far a little bit more like what I thought the first end might look like. So this Plett team's a very good team. They come with a pretty good background. They have a couple girls, I believe, that played in the 2024 Youth Olympics.
That's
and
right.
Chloe Duke and Alyssa Nedowan, I think, both played in that. Turn hit way out in the 12-foot. See what it does out here. Sometimes things can be a little funny out there, but this looks pretty normal. Very nice throw for Nakajima. So we've got that right. Sort of assuming the 5th player for Team Tabata is probably in and playing lead by the look of it. We just don't know who that is. I'm just going to... So Myla Plett's going to get a little bit more aggressive here. Doesn't really want to go out and hit that all end long, so she's going to throw up the corner guard with Chloe Fadouk.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they didn't want to throw the corner on Ali's second rock.
Yeah, I agree.
Try to generate some offense in the free guard zone.
Yeah. So Miku Nihira, skipping this weekend, is going to call the center guard. Defend these corner guards a couple of ways. You could take it off, but it's pretty early in the game to run up and start peeling those. You'll notice here that like a lot of the Asian teams particularly, I haven't seen it with too many other teams, that the thrower seems to follow the group up with an indication of where that rock's going to be. What zone? She's holding up 3, so that's the area just in front of the house, and it looks like she called that one exactly right. But everybody gets pretty involved in every shot, including the thrower. So Plett's going to ignore that, though. Come around that corner. It's good. She, as they always say, she threw it up there for a reason, so let's see if she can use it. Played yesterday. We did a game or 2 of hers this weekend, and she's played with the big heavy jacket on all weekend long. So she's a second stone, so she must be maybe not feeling 100%, or she's just somebody that isn't always all that warm out there.
Yeah, which is fair enough. Well, maybe she should sweep a little harder. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Stay warm.
Yeah. Well, you just better not run into her in the club next week when you're there. She'll might ask, what do you mean by that?
Yep. I was just kidding.
Yeah, I know. I get
But as a skip, I like to sweep as hard as I can behind the tee line to stay warm out there, because it can get pretty chilly on the ice.
Yeah,
and those poor coaches and juniors, you'll see some of the coaches like Dave Nedowan sitting on the back bench there.
Yeah.
And when you're not moving at all, it can get really cold.
I know the new system they started about probably now thinking 4 years ago, maybe 5 years by now. I was coaching a junior boys team at that time, and when it first came out, and man, that first year we did that, it was like, what are you guys ever thinking doing this? Like, and it seems to be a thing now, so it's not going to go away. And
right.
But you got to bundle up. Everybody I know was buying heated vests and heated jackets and heated gloves, and everything. So I have a heated jacket, actually, or a heated vest rather, which is a godsend for that job. So
Awesome. Yeah.
yeah, but it is interesting. I'm still not sure if I love it or don't like it, but that's a great draw, though. Back to talking a little bit about the game, I guess. Terrific draw.
It's very well done.
It's third stone, who I'm going to assume is going to be Yamamoto. We'll maybe be able to see her name on her jacket at some point. We have seen a couple of them, so. Pretty much forced to peel this one now, or run it back, one of the two. Probably running it back would be not a bad plan. Listen to that one. That's very distinct. We noticed that yesterday. Very distinct push, shove, whichever. It's a little more than, I always think it's a little more an extension nowadays. It's more of a push. She gets a little roll over. Guards up that back one a little better, but gives Team Tabata a chance to throw up the guard again. This one's got a curl pretty good. Getting there. Well, didn't quite get there, but still a great sweeping job there to move it over that far, Ryan, I think.
For sure. Yep. That makes it a lot tougher.
Yeah. Is it usually a little bit chilly, this rink, Ryan, or is it usually not too bad?
Usually pretty good. Yeah, I don't find I have to bundle it too much. I do some coaching of a U15 program and some school groups, and I just put on some gloves. I don't have to wear any special heated stuff for that.
Okay.
Which is good to see. Actually, it's funny, you know, I live just 4 minutes away from this rink, but I'm not actually there right now. I'm at home.
Okay.
Doing this production when it's so close by. I can practically hear the curlers from my place.
Wow. That's about as close as I've ever heard anybody live in a curling club, so that's good.
No, I want to live over here.
Yeah.
Practice there lots, of course.
Oh, so good. We got a little news off of our chat here to tell us that from Inu Shogun to tell us that Team Tabata lead is Ayami Ito. And hopefully I'm saying that close to right, but so that's what we got. So thank you very much to one of our viewers. So the outturn come around for Team Tabata. This one's a little bit out there, starting to move now, and maybe just a little bit heavy. Maybe not. It's going to be pretty good, I think.
Ooh, did they leave a flat double?
They might have, yeah.
You don't have to move that side 12 yellow very far to sit 2. If in fact they are third shot at the moment. I think they are. It's hard for me to see closely.
Yeah, it is tough to tell. The only thing with the double, the flat double, would be that there's a really good chance that that yellow is going back on your red. I think.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility there.
Looks like she's just going to play for the single here and try to get a little bit of a flop underneath that guard, which is also there. It's kind of edge on edge, but the way the ice curls, as long as you don't overthrow this, you can probably get enough of a movement here to just flop in behind the guard. Even half buried behind that guard would be good. Myla Plett with Alyssa Neto and holding the broom. She's having to hold this one up. She might hit the yellow, and she does. Doesn't really do any damage, and might if this spins the right way. No, it won't do that. But well, they'll count the back yellow, but you're hoping that's not going to matter. You need to score here. It's just underthrown, I think, probably, Ryan, that one. It just didn't have a lot on it.
Yeah, possibly. They might have been going for more of a hack weight when that was only back line.
Yeah.
And when you're throwing lightweight, even a few weight off or too much, it can be a big difference on the line with how it curls.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Tabata is going to want to come in the house for sure. It looks like they're going there. That's because with Plett sitting third and fourth shot, it's pretty risky to leave a double there. And if you try to guard and you over curl, you could give up 3 potentially.
Yeah, and I think the third stone in the house was just indicating that to the sweepers, that she kind of tapped those 2 rocks that you're just talking about. And we can't hear them, but I'm thinking she's saying, we got to go here because this shot might be there, right? So could move that one too, I suppose. But if you can come half around that guard and do the little Christmas tree thing, and you might be able to kind of take a little bit of the hit away and a little bit of the draw away and the risk of the double causing a problem. But you have to be biting the 8-foot to do that pretty well.
Yeah.
So here we go. Miku Nihira. Line looks pretty good. Line looks very good. If it might cause it's not heavy. That should do it, I think. She does. Makes the shot a little easier than she had to, I think, but still pretty good. Worst case scenario, you're going to give up 1. Be a little careful with this. This is one of those that's very easy to not get them both. If you hit a little too much of one of them, then you just don't get the other one. And she can't definitely afford to touch that guard. So very early in the game, but a very big shot from Myla Plett. Facing 3. Some work going on down here.
Yeah, you do not want to have this rock pick and give up 3. No way.
Exactly. Yeah. So turn hit. Can have a little bit of weight on this one. A little bit of a set, but that's just the way they throw them, I think. Got to get by that guard. No problem. Very nicely done by Myla. She will manage to pick up a single. Trail 2-1. Going to the third. We'll be back with you after the break.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
So we're back for end number 3 here at the Saville Curling Center for the Saville U25 Challenge. We're watching on Curling Stadium, Edmonton. And you are watching a semifinal match between Myla Plett and Team Tabata, Momoha Tabata, who is not here this weekend. Team skipped by third stone Nico Nihira, who has been playing very, very well. This team has only played 2 games, but they won them both. And won them both pretty solidly. So certainly I'm sure they're missing the skipper, but right now it just doesn't look like it.
Yep.
You like to be missed when you're the skip, but at the same time, you like to see the team do well as well. So a lot of hands.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's good experience for the rest of the squad too. They all move up a spot and get to feel that pressure if you're the skip. And everybody's shots become a little different, so sometimes that's fun too. So nice center guard by Team Plett. Lead Ali Iskew. Being asked now to freeze to the Tabata stone on the top of the button. Or even just, she's now just touching the 8-foot. She'd be happy, I guess, in front of it in the 8-foot. It's out there a long way, but that's something I say more than anything else, I think, all weekend, and they usually find their way over.
Ooh, just in time. It walked over there. Very nice.
Yeah, just the right weight to make it work. Good throw, good spot. They were looking for maybe another couple of inches of curl, but still, that's pretty darn good.
Oh, good sweeping to get that by. We're working with the no-tick rule here, so that could have been a devastating miss if you hit the guard.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those this weekend, and it's just, yeah, you're right. It's just such a dramatic change in what's going on when just touches a guard like that and moves it 2 inches and off the line. That was lead Ayami Ito. We just got her name a couple of minutes ago, so it's good. We're going to create a big pocket of rocks here in the 4-foot. This Team Plett's going to try to come down and sit basically in that pocket between the yellow and the red, which would put the yellow one in a very good spot and to good chance to remove the red later if they so choose. Chloe Fadouk. Sweeping all the way right from the start here. Be a little light. There's a doesn't necessarily hurt you a whole lot, but it also doesn't really do a lot for you when you had a pretty good opportunity there to get one in a good position.
Yeah, like being down one, really wanting to force or maybe even steal here. Another guard isn't the worst, but it does give Team Tabata a chance to get a third rock buried, which is a very scary thing to have to deal with.
Yeah, you're exactly right. If she makes a good shot here, there'll be 3 yellows, all of them behind your guards, and you not having much of a way to get at them. If she hits any kind of a little inside flop on this, would be create a real mess for Team Plett. And she's going to be really close to doing just that. If she can get a buy, will you get by? It will. Just like get by or just rub the back, as they say. I'm not sure which, but yeah.
That was close, yeah.
Yeah, was it ever, yeah. And unfortunately for Plett, she might be in a position now. You'll see this again, Corey. Or Ryan, rather.
Yeah, let's see how close this gets. Whew.
Wow, that was
good
close.
Sweeping.
Yeah. Yeah, they teams out here certainly. We've only done the women's division this weekend, and they are all good sweepers. Or they all have good sweepers. Well, certainly not what Myla would envision having to do in this end, or hoping not to have to do in this end, but she doesn't have a lot of choice but to try to run these back. And they certainly are at an angle that would make it possible to drive one of the red ones back into the pile. Hit about 2/3 of a rock here on the red. And she's going to be close. Not quite. Got rid of the guards, but I'm going to say that's a tough situation without hammer and them sitting 3, and you end up getting both guards and don't get anything out of the house. It's tough, but she was in desperate measures there, I think.
Yep, absolutely. That's a tough situation. Well, I like we were saying earlier, how maybe a second guard would help. Well, not if Tabata makes that shot so nicely in there. And then they had to run them back. It's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
Trying out this new camera angle. What do you think, Jim?
Well, I don't mind it for this particular situation and shot. It's yeah. Well, mine is a little bit different.
Mix it up a bit.
Yeah, and you get to see sometimes when you're looking from behind or looking in front, you just don't see the house very well. So that's good for that shot for sure.
All right, well, appreciate the feedback.
Yeah. Team Tabata settled on the hit here, which is an interesting call. Certainly not something I had to do, but it does get rid of the reds. Pretty much rid of the reds, I guess. Didn't really get the back one. The other option there they could have probably guarded that up, I guess. Ryan would have been the...
Yeah, they definitely could have. It feels weird when you have the hammer, but
I know,
a really nice position.
Yeah. The interesting thing here now, though, you're only, if they make this double, you're only 1.5 shot away from them sitting 2 or 3. So it's an interesting game, but see if she's going after the two high ones on this double or going over. So listen, that one. Don't think she's going to get 2. I think she's only going to get 1 here.
Yep.
She won't be real happy with that. She didn't throw it that bad, I don't think. It just got it going a little bit and curled early. So Sai Yamamoto now will be asked to remove the other red stone. Or one of the 2 red stones at least. Gotta come up a little bit. That's very nice. I think Plett has much choice but to try to double those off. It's just early enough. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Ryan.
Oh, I was just going to say, this early in the game, yeah, you don't need to go for broke.
Yeah.
Even if you keep them to 2. But the problem for Plett here is that redstone in the back, the double is pretty close to jamming on that one.
Yeah.
Same with the side double. If you in off the side 12 rock, well, it could jam on the yellow or the red, or both.
Yeah.
So it's not ideal. We'll see if Alyssa Nedouin throwing here can find a way to sneak out to the second yellow.
Yeah, I think you can get it through the hole, but you got to know exactly where you got to hit it, and then you got to hit it exactly where you know you got to hit it. So it's not always easy.
Exactly.
I tell you, it won't be because it's light. A lot of weight on this. This one's curling way too much as well. Might get lucky over here, though. No, gonna go a little too far, and it does. I don't know if they're just not taking enough ice there, or if they're getting those rocks, getting them going a little bit. They sure don't look like they are when they're letting them go from the angle we have, but both those rocks overcurled a lot.
Yeah.
For that much weight, that one overcurled a whole lot. So here now we'll ask third stone Yamamoto to just split the house. Put it over on the opposite side, wide open, basically on the tee line. And Plett doesn't have a whole lot of way to escape this situation. Her only hope is that somewhere in one of these shots they set up a double for her. They might do that right now, maybe. Well, there is a double there, but it's not easy. She is going to have to make a double with one of these 2 shots, though, or she's going to drop a 3.
Well, and I don't think there's ever going to be a good double off that 12-foot yellow.
No, exactly.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. She's not taking any additional ice, so I'm going to assume, based on Alyssa's 2 rocks, that she had to help them get going a little bit, because she's not taking any more ice than she gave Alyssa, I don't think, and she needs to hit only about a half a stone or so. Rolling right on top of that would probably be better than making the double, actually, if you could ever do that. Just sit right on it.
Yeah, that would be something.
This one's got to curl a little bit, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty close. That'll do.
Yeah, that's a good shot. That's why for some of our viewers that might not play all the time, that's why that easy open draw to the side of the house there that to set 3 is far more important positioning of that stone than what sometimes we think when we're playing in the curling club, and it's just like, well, it's over there, it's good enough. If she puts that right on the tee line, that double's not there. And she threw a good shot. She's just basically 2 feet heavy, and it was counting, but she did set up the double, and sometimes even in club curling, they're going to make that double on you. So when you have a choice, try to make it perfect. I was coaching a junior team the other day and said the same thing. Just they're young, and it's like, you may not always throw it to the perfect spot, but at least know where the perfect spot is and know why. So the house split coming here. It's going to be really hard to leave a double off of these 2, no matter where this one ends up, because it's 8 feet away. And like you say, coming off that other one is not going to work so well. So Myla Plett really doesn't have any opportunity to do any more, unless she's looking hard over there, trying to think of some way to avoid a possible 2 here. And it's just not there.
Maybe you could make the double if you're throwing from sheet 5 at a very steep angle.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's pretty much a right angle to make that double.
Yeah.
Not to mention the red that you would just jam on.
Yeah. Key here is to just focus hard on this shot. Make sure you plan on staying here somewhere, because there's always a percentage chance that the person might roll out on a hit, and probably a bigger percentage of that than there is somebody missing a draw to the wide open house. So make sure you stay on this.
Absolutely. And I always prefer to leave the other team skip a takeout on their last shot if it's an easier shot, just so they don't have a practice draw, so they don't have a chance to lock in their draw weight for later ends.
Yeah. Yeah, good points. This one looks like it's going to be fine. Just off nose or on nose, right on nose, I guess. So good throw by Myla. And Nico Nihira. Now, the same shot, a little less ice. This is interesting. I don't think she'll throw it any harder than Myla threw. Maybe she throws with a little more rotation, or a little more of a outward movement with on the release. Lots of handle. I think she's going to be fine. Looks like it's going to be right on the nose. Nicely played by Miku Nehira. And Team Tabata will pick up 2 here in the third and take a solid 4-1 lead into the fourth end. We will be back in just a minute.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Join us this March for the House of Hearts Charity Bonspiel in Duluth, Minnesota. Help raise funds for Project Joy, who provides meals for hungry kids in our community. Every donation helps to ensure no child goes hungry. Join us and make a difference. Together, we can spread joy.
We're back here for the fourth end. Team Tabata with a 4-1 lead. Throws their first one in the house as expected. And Myla Plett will ask lead Ali Iskew to throw up a corner guard. They're just chatting at the break, and for any of you that don't know the Team Tabata, most of you probably are well aware of who they are and where they're from. And just a little bit of information. Before, they had played 11 events in 2024 before this event, and they started back in June, early June, when they played an event in Japan, which they did win. They have 4 wins on the combined kind of circuit so far this year already. They won a couple times in Canada at Red Deer and here at Saville back in a couple months back in the Curling Classic, and it's and a couple times back home. And they've got 3 third-place finishes, including the Hearing Life Pro Challenge here just 4 or 5 weeks ago in Charlottetown, PEI, where they finished third. So solid drilling team, and they're playing this event without their skip, as we said. So, no flies on this team at all. Very, very solid team. So, good start for both teams here. Myla Plett will probably go around the corner as she does. Important here for Plett to probably not desperate to get a 2 here, Ryan, but kind of at that point where 2 is getting pretty close to needing that at some point, I think.
Yeah, I think they pretty much need it to get the momentum back on their side.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need points on the scoreboard. But this would be a big turning point to get 2 points back.
Girls are working hard on this, both going very hard. Will it have enough to get there? It looks like it will.
Excuse me. Yeah, great sweep, great throw.
Exactly. That was a great, exactly. Both just perfect throw and wonderful sweeping. So second stone, Miko Nakajima, going to play right down on top of the rock that's currently in the house, indicating zone 5 probably. They do a neat little thing. I wish I could figure it out to say the zones. Like 1 to 5 is pretty simple, but then they make a little movement to indicate it's just more than that, and with a number, it's really quite cool, I think. But I haven't got it figured out yet.
Yeah, I can't help you there either.
No. I've seen them a couple games. I just haven't figured it out. But tough situation for the Plett team here. The Tabata team's playing well enough that they're not giving them any little breaks anywhere. Even that shot, I mean, that was a great shot behind the guard. And really now Myla doesn't have a lot of choice but to go out and peel the guard, which, it's fine. But you're down 4-1. If they could just give you a little bit of an opening somewhere, you probably just assume leave the guard. But no such luck. This one's going to make contact, though. Might get everything. Not quite. Probably needed a little bit more curl and maybe a little bit more weight if you were going to get more than that. But it's a start. So Team Tabata going to play the peel on the quarter guard. Great shot. Left the corner, but it's now your rock and not their rock, and it did get run off the house, so can't really complain too much about that. Got some rocks to work with here, Ryan. They've got a couple out front. If they can manage to roll one behind either one of those 2 stones, would be a start. Boy Fadouk. This may be curling a little too much. A little rub would be okay. She'll get that little rub. Well, not plan A, but at least move the rock off the center of the sheet.
The bad news is it's Tabata's turn. They can put one right back.
Yeah, they have not really missed most of those shots. They just have good wait to get Sai Yamamoto now. Looks like lots of room right now. Not so much now, but still enough room to get by, I'm pretty sure. Nicely done. Oh,
I don't know if that's deep. So I think you can freeze around the corner guard and get shot rock there.
Yeah, I think that's the best call really right now. She's yeah, she just thought of it, or somebody just pointed it out, or they heard you.
Yep.
You
I'm
did
not
say
that
you
close
weren't very
to
far
the
from the girl. I was going to say,
Yeah.
you did say you're not far from the Gorilla Club.
Yep. Maybe I should just go down there. They got lots of tables in the lounge upstairs. Set up my monitor and everything.
Yeah.
Bring on my plugins.
I lost the connection this morning. I didn't know what happened. I don't know. It was just my laptop somehow or other. Never had that happen before. So, Alyssa Nettowin now being asked to play the freeze around the corner guard. This would be a good start on getting a couple points if you could make this one.
It sure would be.
Yeah. Tabata's last shot was fine, but just they would have liked to be a little deeper. This one looks okay. It'll be a little bit of a bump.
Very good.
Yeah, nice shot. Where she learned all her curling, but seemed to do a good job. See the replay?
And I think that was the way to play it. There wasn't a lot of room by the center guard for a freeze, so a little tap back was really good to make sure they sit one there.
Yeah, and just moved it just far enough that it does almost the same thing as the perfect freeze anyway. So,
yep.
Yeah. So Team Tabata is going to have a little look here.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try the nose run back on the yellow one. If they open it up, that's pretty good too.
Yeah. Well, got a timeout. This is interesting here because I haven't quite figured out, and I don't know if any of the rules have changed, but you have, as you know, with the coaches' interactions and stuff are a little different than the regular timeouts, and I haven't quite figured out what the rules are for this event, because normally the coach has to be on the ice surface and all that kind of stuff. So they've obviously working a little more flexible than what I've seen in the past. But they're going to have a chat about it, figure it out.
Well, being up 3, it's pretty dangerous to leave red rock around. So, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they try the run back and peel, being the plan B, which is a good shot too, because then you have an open hit on the red one. I think that's your best way to not give up 3 points.
Yeah.
So I suppose even if you make the nose run back, you roll your shooter out, and then they have the same freeze down to the yellow.
Yeah, I think if you run the nose straight back on the red, or at least back to you, so you remove the red, your shooter's probably going to stay pretty close to that spot anyway, or a little bit off one way or the other, but not much, I don't think.
Yeah.
That's the only hard part, I guess, is if you try to make it and you don't quite make it. But if I think you're going to roll far enough to not be a problem, on the next shot. If you do try to make it and don't make it, I think you will roll far enough away to allow you an opening there.
Yeah, I agree.
So it'd be nice to hear what they're talking about, but we wouldn't understand it anyways. It wouldn't matter.
Yep.
I often wonder that why on TV with events such as the slams and stuff, I don't know where and how you get people that can speak multiple languages, but I always figured that it wouldn't hurt them to have an interpreter on site. It cost a few dollars to bring them in for those events, but those are big events, and I think it would add a lot to it if you had somebody that could tell you a little bit about what's going on. But nobody ever has, so. Maybe it's not as easy as I think it would be.
Yep.
I know I would only be able to translate one language, and that would be this one, and not even sure I'd do a great job with this. So it looks like they're going to play the. Well, I'm not sure. I want to say they're going to play the. They are going to play the intern, so they're coming down to the red.
What do you think? Is this going to be a mega spinner like that Nicholas Adine shot?
Yeah. I don't know what they talked about, but I don't think that was it.
Although there's a little extra spin on this one for sure.
There's a little bit extra, yeah. I don't know if they're trying to get across the top of this, or if they're just going to try to maybe slide it out the side, or just play the same shot that Plett just played, basically. Or make it perfect hit and roll. Maybe that's a better shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
This team is tough to beat today, I'll tell you. That's a nice shot. Showing a little bit of it, but not very much. Have another look at it, Roy or Ryan.
Yeah, it's hard to see with the leg in the way, but this rock is spinning a lot more than they usually try to do. So I wonder if they were going for the roll there, or if they were actually also trying to sit two, or both.
Yeah, you know, I think that there was such a natural kind of flow to the roll that I think that they were probably playing that roll. And what would the extra spin do for them there, Ryan?
I would kind of kick the red rock further to the right.
Right, okay.
So instead of straight back, it would kind of go sideways.
Yeah. Maybe get a little more action off it if you're trying to roll.
That too, yep.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure they necessarily would have wanted, because they couldn't see much of the red anyways. So you maybe don't want to spin much. That's what makes me think they were going after hitting the red across the top of the yellow one.
Yeah.
And hoping to get a nice roll in there as a secondary benefit of the shot.
Team Plett going to play the run back. Run back double, remain buried actually is there. I think it's there. At least I don't know if everything will be perfect, but saw Alyssa Neto make a bunch of these yesterday. She's already ready to throw it. And she'll hold it. It's going to be really close.
Boom, boom.
Very good effort. A little unfortunate that she didn't get them both, but I would say she likes throwing those shots because she seemed to be ready and willing really quickly. There was no second thoughts in her mind what they were going to play.
For sure.
So a couple options here. The same shot you just threw, I guess, is there, right? Just to play it as a draw to the red one. She looks like they're maybe considering the guard on the raise.
So with that ice, it makes me think. We'll wait till the shot. Yeah, okay. That looks like more the guard ice.
There.
A little risky though to leave two reds in there.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. You don't want this one to slide in too far. You don't want it, if she's gonna have to run it, you don't want her to have just a couple of feet to work with.
Totally. The problem is this isn't even the last shot. Like Myla could draw another red into the house, maybe through the hole, freeze on the yellow one, for example, and then you've loaded up a bunch of red rocks, and now Tabata's probably guarding again.
Yeah.
Guarding for their lives. That happened to me in Calgary. Again, we were playing in the quarterfinals against Sampson. I had a rough second end, gave up 4. And then I had a run back for 4 right back because I made a nice run back on my first shot. And they decided to junk it up to try to steal, and it backfired on them. So I didn't stick the long run for 4. We did get 3, but that was right back in the game. So
awesome.
And the rest of the game wasn't so hot, but felt good to get back in it for just a little bit. So it's a risk reward. Like they could put away the game right now with another steal. That would be a tough comeback against a team like this, or they could put Plett right back in the action.
So they're looking at that run back that we were just talking about. It is a long one. It's quite a ways out there. It's whatever that is, probably 6, 7, 8 feet before you make contact with the one in the house. So it takes some precision to make it work.
Yeah, and of course you need to hit the second rock precisely as well. You can't hit half of the red one. It's just going to go past the yellow. So very precise double run here.
Yeah. Kind of reaching that point in this game where Myla's going to have to make something happen to score. She's going at this with the out turn. Going to be really close. Really close. Great shot. Terrific shot by Myla Plett.
Well, very unlucky with the jam, but
yeah,
excellent double run back.
Yeah. Yeah, have another look at it. And they really didn't do much to control it. It just was right on it right off the start. It's one thing down. She didn't really have a choice, I don't think, but you see Alyssa Netherland backing up there. It was not the best time for the third to kind of turn her back on it and walk back to the different spot in the house, I don't think. But because doesn't take long to lose that line, right? Like it's kind of, I don't think it was going to change anything in that one, but I just, when I saw her going, I thought, like, can't do that. Like, it's very dangerous doing that.
Yeah, that was interesting. Like, I wonder why not hold the broom back further. Like, the thrower doesn't have as good of a view with the broom, but you can't call the line if half the shot is running back and forth.
Yeah, and realistically, by the time you get back there, the rock's going to be at the other rock anyway, so you're not going to be able to assess it there. You might as well just stay where you are, if nothing else, and figure, okay, I want to hit it here. I know where I want to hit it. I don't need to go back and look at it all again. So the out turn hit through the hole for Miku Nihira. Just so solid.
Very no problem.
Nice. No problem at all, no. They can go by the outside guard by a whole lot, but it doesn't matter. It was never going to go by.
A little worried.
Yeah.
Let's wear out this replay machine.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that close because here they're trying to straighten it up, and it's like, whoa, don't do that.
Yep.
by half an inch. So a couple times yesterday where teams are just, they just were sweeping to do something, and it's like, stop doing that. And sure enough, they'd click a guard or whatever on the way by. So I don't know who's second shot here, but they will have to make sure they know because it will change the shot. It looks like yellow to me. But
yeah, from the camera angle, it doesn't look super close, but if they're playing this, they must think they have a chance of getting two.
I would say you're right. Otherwise, why do you play this?
Yeah,
because
but then again, our camera's probably not right over the center, so
no, I think you're right. It's a little off center, yeah. Because this is a harder shot than you need to make it if it's only for one, right? Like play the in-turn draw and hit the edge of the forefoot would be I think a safer shot and easier to score one. This shot you got to actually roll to score one. Listen, that one's not quite as convinced yet. I'm gonna have another look. Pretty sure the consideration is just about what happens if we hit this on the nose. Are we even going to be shot rock? And I don't think you are. So you're going to have to roll. if the yellow one, particularly I'm thinking if the yellow one at the back is closer than the red one. So they've changed their mind, which would tell us that the yellow one at the back is closer than the red. So she's going to draw for her one.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that was going to be a hard. If you were playing that shot for one, that was going to be a hard one because you have to get through the hole and then you have to get a little bit of curl because it's got to roll a little bit, spin off a little bit to get your point. So this makes far more sense if you're in fact only going to get one anyways. There's not really any way to make a double. Big shot here though for Plett. Needs this one. Sweeper's starting to go pretty hard. Louis Fadouk now in just the regular curling shirt, no jacket. This should be got. Perfect. Nicely done. So a nice save there from Myla Plett. Only picks up one, but that does keep them in the game. So after 4 ends of play, we've got Team Tabata leading Team Plett 4-2, and we'll take a break here and be back after the break.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
So in a 4th end break here, teams get, I don't know if they have a defined amount of time. They usually have 5 or 10 minutes, but probably more like 5 minutes. To have a little break, a chat, and usually a little bit of nourishment. See Dave Nedowan with Team Plett going over what the plan is from here. They're not in the best position down 2 without hammer going into 5, but made a good shot to get to here, so you got to take something with that. Team Tabata is playing very, very, very well. So I'm not sure Plett's team's playing poorly. It's just the other team is just not giving you any chance of a spark anywhere.
Don't forget your brooms.
Yep, you got it.
Come on up. Well, what do you got? You got 1, you got 2, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
We're back after the break. Jim next with Ryan Jacques, bringing his semifinal action from the U25 Challenge, Saville U25 Challenge at the Sapporo Curling Center on Curling Stadium, Edmonton today. And Ryan, what do you think it's going to take for Plett to get totally back into this one? Do they have to do much different, or do they just have to hope Tabata misses a few shots here and there?
Well, they're going to need a couple misses from Tabata, but I think just on the last shot, that's the key. If you can make her draw against 2 or 3 rocks, hasn't thrown too many draws, so I think that could be the key. If you can find a way to set that up, even if it's playing a little more simple than you normally would.
Yeah.
Because this team is playing very, very well today.
Yeah. As witnessed the first shot here by what must be the 5th player, Ayami Ito, just totally buries one behind the center guard. Never even left a little bit of it out. It's a great shot. That can probably afford, not preferred, but probably can afford to have one more force here, where if they forced Tabata here to take one and go down 3, and then as long as they get back with a 2, at least a 2 the next end, then there might still be a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel for the last part of the game. But that's about all they can afford.
Yeah, if that makes sense. Force here would do the trick.
Yeah.
Force, not fours.
Yeah.
Don't give up a 4.
Yeah, no, 4 would get you home early, but that's all it would do.
Yep. Oh, maybe they, there's lots of snow on the ground here in Edmonton.
Is there? I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, we had a really bad storm yesterday. We got just under a foot of snow.
Holy cow.
Yep. But the plow crew's been working overnight, and the roads are looking better already, so it's good to see.
Wow. Well, it wouldn't be something really foreign to you or anything like that, but still, it still feels just too early for that much snow.
Totally, yeah. Well, we're used to cold for sure, but
yeah,
don't actually get too much snow typically, and it's very dry snow, light and fluffy. But,
okay, yeah.
We get a big dump once in a while for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Is your snow out in Nova Scotia a little heavier, like more wet?
Yeah, it would be. Well, a lot of times it's not easy snow to shovel, so it can be wet and damp. And we don't have any yet, and probably won't for a little while yet. But
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, we will sometimes get it this early. There's no question, but we don't have any at all yet this winter. Had a little flurry come down the other day, but it was just a flurry. But the next week is forecast warm enough that we shouldn't get any for a little while yet. It's good. I got what's today, the 23rd? I got 4 more days before my winter tires go on. So if it can wait till after that, would be good.
Well, now you just know it's going to snow tomorrow.
Yeah. That's okay. The idea of being retired is not such a horrible thing. Sometimes you really don't have to go out in the snow. So
fair enough.
So Team Plett now playing a come around. Coming around the red. This one looks pretty good, I think. Just a matter of speed. Line's really good. If it's got enough speed, not going to make it. I don't think it's going to be on the red.
Oh, just.
Yeah, it's just the way today's gone. Team Tabata has made every one of those little come arounds perfect, and Plett's team just a shade off on those, and just kind of don't quite get by. Second stone, Miko Nakajima. Crow. It's a good shot. Let's go Tabata sitting 3. And then we're going down to have a chat with Plett. What do you think here, Ryan?
Well, I think Tabata's going to peel the guard pretty soon. I wouldn't mind a hit and roll off that side yellow.
Yeah.
It's a good opportunity because it's tough to bury around a top 8 rock with a regular come around.
Yeah.
So that would be the shot I would lean towards. Maybe you could try to nose the red one, top 12, but I think you have to get so tight to the guard to make something good there. I'd lean towards the hit and roll.
Oh, we gotta say, I don't know if we call these timeouts or if they're interactions, but we got a visit from the coach anyways.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many of them, and they do seem to signal for a timeout, so I wonder if it's the coach is allowed to sit out there and hear everything so they can give feedback after the game and during the fourth end break.
So when they do
maybe only 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that might
really
be right.
sure.
I honestly don't know. I just there isn't as many of these interactions or whatever they're going to call them as I would expect to see in this level of curling. If it's the same as it was when I was junior, where you could have one every end if you wanted, but you had no timeouts, no actual timeouts.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. It was very quick. Didn't take long. And he's talked to the team about playing this raised on the red one. I think this is a pretty good call as well. If you can make this, if you can get it right in there, it will be right behind the guard. And if Tabata decides to take the guard, you have a couple options at least. Although I'm not sure any of them are really great right now. Chloe Fadouk, intern slash, call it that for lack of a better term, but it's curling a lot. And it might be on the front. Nope, she's going to get by the front one. Will she get them both? She does. That's
excellent.
a great shot.
And now you have 3 reds near the center line.
Yeah. I'm not sure. What do you think they're shooting? I'm not positive they were playing that. When you watch the shot, it's kind of, see it go down here. I felt like they were just playing the straight raise, angle raise on the red on the yellow. I don't know if you'd ever want to play it this tight to that guard, but
it was a tough shot, but they might have been trying that. Yeah, that was the other shot that I was thinking about, and I didn't see them specifically motioning for one or the other, but
no, I know. Anyway, whatever. It was a great shot.
Yep. That one, not so much.
No. Plett's in much better shape now than she was 2 shots ago. She can now look at going around that. Played a hit and roll, I suppose, but I don't know that looks pretty hard compared to this straight draw.
Yeah, probably just get one in there. The one benefit with the hit and roll is it takes away the in-off.
Yeah.
Well, both teams later on. Well, we're getting everyone out on this one.
This is definitely light.
Were they going for the guard there?
Well, I don't know. I didn't think they were, but I'm not so sure they weren't. That would be a very, very big miss, and I don't picture missing by that much. So they may well have decided to play the guard. And that would make some sense too, in a way. If you play the guard, and she'll assume that they're going to peel it for a bit, and then you can always decide to come around those on your first stone or something like that.
For sure.
A couple of them are going to be gone now, but still all the same guards are out there, basically. Pretty much. And actually, you got a little better, nicer angle to get in there with now.
Yeah, so it looks very fancy, but I'm not sure that's a really good result, keeping two of them on center like that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, if you hit it a little thinner, you might have gone all three the other way.
Yeah.
Still better than it was.
Yeah. Well, for Plett, without hammer, she at least has something to come around, regardless. Oh, this one's taking its time. Here it goes. It's going sideways right now. Yeah, very good shot. I didn't think it was going to get anywhere near that far underneath, but it did. Miku Nihira talking about it here. Get enough of it. Yeah, she can get plenty.
No problem.
Probably got too much. Probably would have been better if she had a little less, Ryan, and rolled out to the 8 foot somewhere.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. A little surprised they weren't more worried about a roll there, because this is a nice short roll for Myla.
Yeah, very, very much so. Yeah. So Myla Plett with a bit of an opportunity here. Set one in pretty good. You're going to have if you can make the roll here, you'll have a good chunk of the 4 foot. And ooh, they might have let this go too far. We'll roll behind this one.
Interesting results there.
Yeah.
All right.
Had potential to be better than that, I thought. I don't know if got a little mixed up on what the weight was coming down there or not, but they also got a little bit fortunate. I'm not perfect, but they are shot rock, and they are behind, at least behind another stone. So I don't know for sure what they're going to do here. It looked to me like they were indicating they'd hit and roll, but I don't know. I think it's yeah, it looks like straight Bennett. I would think they'd want to make the run back here on the red. And if not play, then you might as well play the draw, because I think no matter what you do here, as long as you make this, or even if you don't make it, it's that Plett's coming around the center guard, I think. She's not going to go here and play anything out here. Even if you're sitting 2, I don't think she'll do that. I think she'll come around the center.
Yeah, at this point in the game, I have to agree with you. I think it's time to go for it. Make a nice come around to try to steal.
A lot of talk here. They don't really seem to be considering the idea of the straight come around.
Yeah, I find that interesting.
Yeah, go ahead.
Giving up 2 here is a really long way back as well. Obviously better than 3, but I think a hit and roll is hard enough, right? I feel like it's easier to put a buried rock with a come around rather than a hit and roll. So it's just a question of if they want to take a chance or if they're okay with giving up 2 here. And I'm not sure they would be at this point.
I can't imagine that they would be okay with giving up 2. And realistically, there's just not a lot that's going to come off that's going to be good from over there. They're going to have another timeout or.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Not a surprise here. I'll be surprised when they finish this conversation if they're not playing the come around. The way the ice curls, you can throw the right weight down there. You can completely bury one around the guard and force Tabata maybe to just have to draw for 1. Even would be good. I don't see anything that's going to be good off of this shot.
Yeah, you can have the same result as the come around and remove a yellow, but it's just even more precise to hit it in the right spot with the right
Exactly,
weight.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there. That's the problem. If you could put it in the same place and have one less yellow one in there, then why not? But it's going to be way harder to make a good one to roll behind those guards than it is to just draw behind those guards.
For sure.
But a big shot here. This is really miss this one or don't put it somewhere where it's buried, then it's might be a game ender, this shot. Well, this one won't, but the next one might be.
Yeah. Oh, the way they're playing.
Yeah.
Even if this is perfect, maybe they'll even get it for 3. Who knows?
Well, you're right. They're playing very well. So it's on its way. Girls are going fairly hard. The line looks really good to me. If it has enough weight. Curling really hard now, but I still think it's good. Maybe just a little bit deep. That's a great curling shot.
Very nice. Like you said, Jim, a little deep. They might be able. I think they're going to try to tap it. It's just a question of how far.
Yeah.
But they should be pretty happy with that shot, putting some pressure on. Because this is a good opportunity to steal, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, that rock, the only way it can be better is to move it probably 2 feet shorter, so it's just biting the 4 foot maybe, and be totally buried. But if it's just biting the 4 foot, then she's got basically the whole 4 foot to draw to. This way, I think this is a really hard shot. And I with you, Ryan. If can she move it far enough? I'm not sure you can throw enough weight to move it far enough for 2. So, anyway, we'll see. It's going to require a great shot just to score now for Tabata, which if they played that hit and didn't make a perfect roll like that, it was going to be an easy shot for 2 or 3. So Or not 3, I guess. 2.
I wonder if they'll give the in-off a try here if they think the tap is too difficult.
Yeah, they might. Yeah. Doesn't look like it now. They look like they're going to play the out turn. Come around tap, something like that.
Very little ice, I might say.
Yeah, just comparing it now to what she thinks she must need maybe to make the draw.
Wow. Let's switch up the camera angles.
There we go.
You can't see the angles as well.
No.
From behind, from straight behind is a little better. It's a new perspective.
Yeah, well, worth a look. Anyways, just I think you're right on this particular shot. You can see it probably better in the overhead, but just the same. Well, she's going to go after this a little bit. It's going to be very difficult.
As they say, go big or go home.
Yeah, they sure can't be playing what it looks like there a little bit. Just a lot of waving of the broom. Looked almost like it might be looking at a kind of a double peel shot here. You're definitely playing that, I don't think.
That would be something.
It would. But I don't know what the third stone is looking at now, but it should have covered all that just a minute ago. I'll go an in-turn now. This side curls pretty hard, but I don't know if you got enough ice for that shot or not. If she throws just back 8 foot.
Yeah, it looks pretty tight ice. It's not going to have a lot of time to curl past the guard with that ice.
Exactly, yeah. Tell you what, Ryan, she's going to be close.
You know it.
It'd be really close.
Oh.
They can get on it now. Can they get it out far enough?
Oh my, is that a steal? That is a steal.
Big steal of 1.
Wow.
13 Plett. Good effort there by the Tabata squad. Just couldn't quite get it in there enough. Would have had to be, I don't know how you could, it had to be a little tighter to the guard, I guess. But anyway, so after 5 ends now, we have a 4-3 game in favor of Team Tabata. And that changes things a lot. At least gives the Plett team a chance to breathe. So we'll go to a break and we'll be back for end number 6.
Don't forget the brooms.
Yep, you got it.
Come on up. Okay, well, what do you got? You got 1, you got 2, yeah.
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Cut a lot. So we're back. Hope you enjoy the side-by-side feature now that we have between ends, which allows you to make sure you don't miss that first rock or two while the commercials are running. There's not a lot of time between ends, so we have to promote our sponsors a little bit. The side-by-side gives you a chance to not miss anything. We're just taking a little thing off of NASCAR for this. So Team Tabata now with Hammer in the 6th. Still with Hammer in the 6th. Big end here. Big end for both teams. And Tabata can score at all. 2 would be very good as far as she'd be concerned, but 1 wouldn't be the end of the world. 2-point lead heading to 7 would be good. And for on the other side of that, for Plett, if she could steal 1 here and tie this up, she would actually be in more or less in control of the even ends and in control of the last rock going into number 7 and 8. So we'll see what happens. That was very exciting last end and almost a great shot by Miku Nihira on her last one, but a better shot by Myla Plett on her last one to totally bury a rock on the button and managed to steal 1. And a little assist to Coach David Nedwin on that one, probably.
Yeah, that sure worked out nicely.
Yeah. They didn't appear that they were really giving that draw much thought until after the interaction with the coach. So we got a center guard up. We've got a draw around it that went to the back 8 foot for Team Tabata, and a pretty decent draw for Plett from lead alley Iskew. And now we got a little out turn hit. They definitely don't want to touch that center guard. And they just snuck it by. That's great sweeping. And still had enough energy to go behind the tee line. That girl's in shape. Most people are going to say, come on, Skip, at least take it for these last 4 or 5 feet.
Yep.
Yeah. So well done. Good shot, good sweep. So Plett with a little bit of breathing room is going to play a little hit and roll here rather than a straight draw. And looks very good. Rolls perfect. Great shot by. Oh. Ouch. Oh, sorry, I didn't finish that thought. Great shot by Chloe Fadouk. Watching the replay there. Second stone, Miko Nakajima. Trying to just come around. Bump that red. Bump it out of the rings. Looks like that she has it. She's probably going to miss the back one. Very nicely done. Tell you what, you're going to have to earn every point against this team today. Much as Myla did the last time with their last draw, but it is hard to get a rock somewhere where they don't seem to be able to get it out.
It sure is. And now I would start thinking a little bit more about the hit and roll, because it's not going to be in a great spot, but it'll get rid of a yellow and it'll be in the back 4 in front of the other yellow.
Yeah.
So I think if you just keep drawing around here, they've shown they're really good at those chases.
Yeah, they seem to be almost getting to the nose of everything behind the guard. So, yeah, you might be right.
Even a guard would be okay here.
Yeah, I think a second guard there would be good. I got to believe that she's going to peel this guard off.
She might even try to stick around, like hit top 12, roll to the side. And then you're in some real trouble. Now it's almost too late to hit and roll. You just got to go all in, see if you can get a steal just like last end.
Would you ever give any thought, if you're Tabata, would you give, because that was my thought, would you give some thought to peeling the high one, just kind of run it back towards the red and try to get rid of both
I
reds?
don't think so. It's not in a super great spot. It's about halfway, so it's high enough that you can't really come around very well, as we've seen on the cash nuts, though this one is not looking too good. It's an unfortunate result. So it's high enough that it's easy to chase come arounds, but it's not so high that they could easily throw a second guard. So personally, I would have gone after that top 12 rock as well. I think that one was the more dangerous shot at the moment.
Yeah.
But, peeling the guard is a really good default to have.
Yeah.
If you don't know what to do, you should probably be walking up to the guard area.
Yeah, or at least if you're going to miss it by hitting the guard.
For sure, yeah.
So we got the outturn come around once again. Third Alyssa Nettowin throwing this one. Got Faduk and Isku on the brooms. And very nicely done. This one's a little bit higher, a little bit harder to get to. Although Mira doesn't necessarily seem to think so. She just put the broom down, so just hit it.
Yep.
What do you mean you can't see it?
It's called curling for a reason.
Yeah. Same idea, though. If you're ever going to miss this one, at least miss it on the guard. Although not as appealing right now as it would have been before, but. So the one sweeper managing the curl and the non-curl both. She's going to have enough to get this one out, I think. Not quite.
Done.
Yeah, stay as good as you could do, I think. If I was a wagering man, I'd wager on the yellow being number two rather. Yellow counting 1-2, I think. So Myla Plett figured this worked the last end. Let's do it again. Listen, Nettowin's second stone here in the sixth end. Well, the Plett team seems to have found their draw weight a little better here now. This one's going to be a little light, though.
Ooh.
Not even number two, so. So it looks like yellow's 1-2.
It is close. I know that yellow in the 12 foot is biting the 8 foot as well, so it's pretty hard to tell, but I agree. I think it is yellow.
Looks like a draw here. Yamamoto with her final stone here in the sixth. Is she going to chip off her own?
Oh, boy.
Well, definitely left an opportunity for Myla Plett to sit a bundle, maybe.
And that rock's sitting right on the edge of the button. Oh, they're drawing on this one as well?
I think they are, and yeah, were you a bit surprised?
Yeah, I do. I don't like this personally. I think it leaves them an opportunity to have an in-off on the yellow rock, probably close to half rock. So I think this is a good chance to hit and roll. And what I like about the hit and roll is you can roll into the yellow as well. You can tap it a bit and still sit on top. So I think there's not only more margin on the hit and roll this time, it's not a straight hit and roll like last end where I didn't like, but also leaving the in off for Team Tabata. They're not going to be far off of that.
No. What I don't like about it is they didn't even seem to consider anything else. So I would have thought they would at least have a look at that and talk about it. It didn't seem that way, but anyway, if she can make a great shot here on the draw, I'll tell you what, she's going to be in good position. No question about it. Curling pretty hard. Curling really hard. I'm not sure she's going to get by the red in the house, and she will not.
Let's see.
So now she's in some trouble, I believe.
It's still interesting, if she can ever find a way to get a red rock on the button there. Now she's got multiple ways in there with some tap backs and other things.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, you're right. And Tabata is looking at, Team Tabata is looking at putting this one in almost on top of the other, like on the button. Now she's seeing the fact that it should come off there. But it seems like no matter where she puts this, there will be possibly a slash of some sort for Plett to get one in there buried on the button area or in the button area. So that's a lot. A lot of ifs there. But even if you put it where she just indicated, Plett could play the out turn as we look at it on the overhead, and play the out turn, drive it into those two and remove them and stay behind the guard. Now, might be possible for her to get at it, but you might have an opportunity here. Let's put it that way.
It might not be an easy shot, but
no, not going to be easy. No, I can guarantee you. Yeah,
chance somewhere.
And to be honest, if you can put it right exactly on that logo, whatever that logo is on the button, you can put it right on there, seat frozen right on there. It's going to be, it would take a lot to be able to remove what you need to remove. This one has got to curl. She is on the red. This is not a good shot. Wow.
Oh my. Just too much weight.
Yeah, far too much weight. Not a good throw at all. Now a chance for Plett to sit two. The only thing, if there's anything fortunate for Tabata, is that there's a good possibility she taps this and you have just a draw tap through the port to get at it, but still just made this shot a whole lot easier and a whole lot less pressure on Plett, because she's only looking at one right now, number one, and she doesn't have to hit it very hard. Doesn't want to hit it very hard, because then she probably opens it up. Tabata's probably only going to have a crack at getting one, but even one would be disappointing for Plett right now, because I think she has a chance to put one in a really good spot.
Let's see what they've got here.
So a little out-turn tap for Team Plett. Just really looking for probably back button, maybe back 4 foot at most for weight. This is maybe not going to be good enough. It looks like it's curling early.
Not sure it's enough weight. Never mind. A little more weight. The line might have held out a bit better.
Yeah, just needed a little bit more, you're right.
Well, still really cuts down the scoring area.
Yeah. We'll play the tap. That's a lot of rocks in the 8-foot. Oops.
Yep.
I don't know why the phone needed to tell me that right then, but it's a big shot too. You get 2 here, you're in really good control. It's very close. Has to curl a little bit.
Well, if the weight's good, I think she's got it.
I think it's going to be fine.
She's gonna tap the yellow out though. Oh.
Ooh, pretty close. Well, they kicked it off some quick.
Yeah.
Do you think it was 2, Ryan?
I thought it was 2. Didn't get a really good look at it.
Okay.
We'll wait for the score to go up.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to be a 2-point lead or 2-point swing for Tabata, so a 6-3 lead here after 6. We'll confirm that when we come back from the break.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Join us this March for the House of Hearts charity bonspiel in Duluth, Minnesota. Help raise funds for Project Joy, who provides meals for hungry kids in our community. Every donation helps to ensure no child goes hungry. Join us and make a difference. Together, we can spread joy.
Anderson won. So we haven't got the score yet, but we'll have it here momentarily. What we do know is that Tabata did score. Oh, there it goes.
Looks like it was 2. Yep.
I'll tell you what, she didn't have 2 by very much, but she did have 2. So it was a very nice throw, very nice shot, and she didn't have a lot of room to tap to. So, but anyway, they made it quite easily, and have a 3-point lead as we play 7 here in the semifinals of the U25 Saville U25 Challenge at the Saville Curling Center in Edmonton, Alberta, and you're watching on Curling Stadium, Edmonton. Please be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube site. Helps us out, keeps you informed of everything going on in the curling world. Winner of this game moves to the final, which is at, I'm not sure what time it's at, a couple hours after this one ends.
I think it's 3:30.
3:30
your time.
So that's 6:30 for me, so does that make sense?
Though this game did start a bit late, so
yeah,
not sure when we'll be getting going.
Either way, we'll be here for the final game as well, whomever that is in that game. And I think Ha has a lead in the game beside us. It looks like we can see the part of the scoreboard there. She's got 6 points for sure, and her opposition only looks like they have 3 maybe at this point. But you can check those scores and confirm that on curlingzone.com where we have all the scores for all the games in almost every event going on around the globe. So got 2 corners up for Plett, which is a good start. Pretty even as well. That's a good start. And our other semifinal is actually knotted at 6. I was wrong, playing 7, with Ha having hammer playing 7. In a 6-6 tie. This is when it gets a little tricky, Ryan, trying to figure out what to do here.
Yeah, for sure. Do you just come around? Do you have to move the yellows? You could make a little pocket with the yellows if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
I think with the corner guards up, I think you just threw them up. I think you got to go once around there and then try to figure it out. I think if you go around once, you might find that Team Tabata decides to peel a corner, which might give you another alternative here. You could draw in and sit on the 2 in the back. I don't know for sure that this is the right one right now. I know it feels like it sometimes because you're looking like getting in trouble, but you're already in trouble down 3. So I'm not sure that this is the best one, but it is one, and usually the best strategy is the one you make. So we'll see what happens.
Gotta stick around here, though.
Yeah, it does have to stay.
Easy.
Oh, it's going to. Will it hang on? Will it be on the rings? It might swing in, and it almost does.
I mean, it might be, with our camera over the center of the house. It's a bit of an angle.
I was saying this morning. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. We're just saying it's still in play. Like, they got to think about it when they're peeling the guard.
Yeah.
Because you could jam on that or even spin it into the house.
I was saying this morning that sometimes it's hard to figure out where to sweep those ones. You'll see so many people will be sweeping at 90 degrees of that stone, like in the rings basically, and other times people will sweep on the outside. The theory being that you'll be able to get it to curl or swing in. So I'm not sure which way is the best, but they almost did it well there, whatever it was. So one corner guard gone, and one red one that probably is off, but it might not be. You're having a good look at it. For now, it doesn't really matter, other than if you think it's on, you might want to throw that corner guard back up. I think you need to hit anything here. Looks like maybe the corner guard going back up, possibly.
I think it's early enough. That makes sense.
So Chloe Faduk. Nice position. Good job by the Plett team with the corner guards in the sand. Setting up quite even, quite nicely. I'm guessing that Nadir here must think that one's on. I don't know why you'd run the risk of peeling it into there. Otherwise, I think if it's not on, I think I would just peel the other side, wouldn't you?
Like, you mean the other corner guard?
Yeah, the other corner.
Yeah, I agree. I wasn't sure if you meant the other side of that corner guard.
Yeah,
run it into your rocks in the house. I was like, I don't know about that, Jim.
No, I didn't say it very well, but.
Oh no!
Just exactly for that reason, it was almost inevitable that rock was going to end up in the house going that way. It was not an easy double, and it was. If you made it where you had to make a double, that's what was going to happen. So just kind of an odd choice, I think. So unless it was definitely on, and Plett sure didn't know for sure it was on. So anyway, whatever. It's not on now, so we can not worry about it any further. Plett does have hammer here, though.
Oh, that's a juicy pocket. If you get it, it's a really precise, but if you get ever freeze just on the inside of the red one,
yeah,
neither of the reds is going anywhere.
You're exactly right.
Very tough shot, though. So I don't mind this corner come around.
You just have to make sure you keep this one above those other rocks, I think, so there's no risk of having it be taken out by some shrapnel here in a minute.
Yeah.
Really like it to get there. It's going to be short. It's not helpful, really.
Not this late in the end. That's unfortunate. No. They may still have a chance to use it if they can get a hit and flop.
Yeah.
With the yellow one later.
Yeah. Well, I
think
it's
pretty tight.
Assume you're just throwing it hard down here, aren't you? And picking it out and pick it out, or if it even takes your back one, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, looks like it.
It's hard to tell when you're trying to figure out what they're doing by virtue of where the broom is waving. Sometimes it's like, you can picture even yourself or me. Sometimes you're doing that a little bit, and then your end result is something that we never ever pointed at. It was just we talked about it, right? So,
yeah.
So when you're trying to follow them for broadcasting purposes, sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge. But anyway, it's definitely a takeout, and it's definitely a lot of weight, and it's definitely going to go through the hole.
Boom.
Unless it says, well, we could hit that one and flop behind the guard, and maybe it could. When we look at the overhead, it looks like enough room, but looking down the sheet, it doesn't look like enough room to do that, so be interested. She could freeze to the yellow one right in the house, or she could hit and roll as well off of that one. Let's another one. Kind of forgot she had to throw another one. A little chuckle about it.
Been there.
Yeah.
At least you didn't throw 3 in a row. When a team does that, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. She didn't throw the first one very good. She's played very well from what I can see the last couple of games that I've done. She certainly has played very well, but her first shot in this end wasn't a good one. Maybe she figured she didn't deserve to throw another one. Who knows? Playing a little hit and roll here, or just a back kind of just not hit and roll, just a little back 12-foot tap on the yellow. Sit in front of the other yellow. Don't know if you have time to do the shot or not, but you're going to play it anyway, so. Pretty hard, because if you play the other one and roll behind, the yellow is so close that that Tabata could just run it back. She get by that one? I think she's getting by. Whoa, just snuck it by, and she actually came pretty close to getting that roll. It did get a little bit of roll, which I didn't think would be possible.
Yeah, you couldn't do much better than that. That was a really nice throw.
No, that was a great shot. A really good shot.
I wish someone would clean my rock for me. Huh.
No, I was just looking at the same thing. Yeah, it was funny. They don't.
I guess I could ask.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'd bother asking.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever ask that one. I think it'd be like, my team does get my broom out for me. Both teams that I play with, 2 different teams, both of them are pretty good. The front ends and my broom out for me when I go down, but I don't know why. They just figure that that's a good thing, I guess. So the outturn hit coming for Miku Nihira. She doesn't like it when she let out of her hand. It looked like it was a little on the wide side. Can she get over and get a piece of the red? And she will. without really a lot of difficulty. I thought it was going to be a little tougher than that.
Yeah, same here. Huh.
Yeah.
All right, Jim, how do you get 2 points here?
I think you freeze to the one on the left, be number 2, at about a 45-degree angle. Something like that. Whatever angle would put it on the one on the button so they won't play that. Then you have to get them some kind of miss and then hit for 2.
Yeah, it could be really good if you make it. If you get second shot, I guess they can't guard the open hit because you could nose your red to get 2.
Exactly. Yeah.
Double.
Yeah.
So it could be really good.
Yeah. Because the only other way to do it is to come around the corner and bury it, but then you need pretty much a 100% miss on the next shot to even have a chance at scoring, let alone getting 2. Because if Team Tabata throws another one in the house in front of either one of those rocks, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, makes sense. What do you think of some sort of hit and roll here? You could hit and roll behind the corner guard off the button one, make them make a corner freeze.
Yeah, I can live with that. I think if it's a shot that your team is in general is going to be more comfortable with, then I think that's a good call. I don't know if I like it. It looks like she might be freezing to the one on the button. I'm not sure I like that. If that's what this call is, because I think unless you put it dead straight on that one or just a little bit on the side with the other rock, then I think it's going to be easier to get rid of than freezing to the one on the edge of the 4-foot. That's my thought anyway.
Yeah, I think they're both equally precise to make really good. It's easier to freeze on the side one because you have more margin. You can freeze on the nose or freeze on the angle. But if you freeze on the nose, you're never going to have a chance for 2. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, you got to make it.
Yeah.
They'll be close on this one.
Don't want this one to overcurl. That's the one thing you don't want. And it's going to overcurl a little bit.
Yeah, really good try, though.
Yeah, it was a super good try.
Like, you're only half a rock off in weight and line.
Yeah.
Pretty precise.
Yeah. Very good effort by Myla Plett. So Miku Nihira trying to hit the red. Not going to be a problem, I don't think. She's got to curl a little bit more if she wants to hang around it all, but so job well done for Team Tabata. And Myla Plett with nothing but an open hit and stay for 1. It goes without saying, she needs to stay on this. And she doesn't have a lot of room to roll. I want to clean it. Is she going to roll too far? She's close. They get held on, no problem. So Myla Plett picks up 1. Go to the 8th end, but she trails by 2, and she will not have the benefit of hammer in the 8th end. We'll be back in just a minute.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
So, Jim next with Ryan Jacques back with you for end number 8 in our semifinal match here at the U25 Saville U25 Challenge with Team Tabata from Japan leading by a score of 6-4 with the hammer here in the 8th end. You look at the scoreboard, it tells the tale. Tabata's got 3 2s and Plett has 4 1s. 2s always trump the 1s. So guard went up just off the center line. So Team Tabata is able to play the old school tick shot and play it very well.
Nicely done.
Team Plett will try really hard to get a couple of guards out here. Probably going to need a couple of them to make it work. This time trying to avoid that rock out in front, and they will do that. Go right into the house.
Well, they swept that one hard.
They did.
A little bit of a guard, though. It's not as deep as they would have liked.
Yeah, why wouldn't they have just hit the red one in the house there anyways?
The idea was to kind of block Team Plett's path in.
Yeah, I guess so.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't have been bad, though, for sure. I guess they're just not worried about that rock at the moment.
No, and I get that for sure. I just figured that I don't know if I'm going to really want to rock there, but I understand what you're saying now. If they were to be just even a hair deeper, they would have taken that draw away maybe a little bit, but
Yeah, but then again, you're leaving a red rock in there. You don't want to be drawing against 3 when you're up 2.
Yeah. Anyhow, Plett trying to figure out where to go with this one. Chloe Fadouk just waiting for the call. Another one of those kind of tough decisions. You have kind of two guards now, which is what you would have liked to have with the red and the yellow, but
I wonder if, kind of like we were talking about earlier, if that hit and roll would have been a good call for Tabata. Try to get one behind the guard, but also remove the red rock. That could have worked out nicely for them.
Yeah, I agree. I think at least on that one, I would have went for that too. But anyway, Team Plett throwing a guard up here again, a tight guard, which is going to go slide into the rings, but.
All right, are they going to run it into the side red one here?
Yeah.
It's dangerous. We saw what happened last end.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You could, in theory, you could roll this red rock right onto the button.
And you got a couple of staggered rocks out there that are in your way, so. It's going to be close to hitting it. Not going to go over the top. The guard going to go back up again. The really nice thing for Plett right now is with those two rocks being staggered the way they are, that you if it comes down to the last couple of rocks and you have to go around those rocks that are at the 12-foot, that's not bad. Chloe Fadouk.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If it was just a single rock, it would be not quite as appealing.
And Dave Nedowin knows all about that in the 2004 Brier final. You might be familiar with that, being from Nova Scotia.
Yeah, I was there. It's I forgot what year it was, but I was definitely there, and it was that was wild. I thought of that a couple ends ago, actually, when they were playing there. I'm sure he has never forgotten it.
No. The dangers of staggered rocks.
Appeal again. Miko Nakajima.
Just over the top.
How late do you think your Team Plett would wait before they go around the two rocks in the 12-foot?
I think they would throw two guards on Alyssa's shots here.
Yeah.
And come around on Myla's first. That would be my guess.
Yeah, that's what I would expect too, I think.
No, there could be an argument for having Alyssa throw it on the next one, having this guard as a practice draw. Though obviously very different weights. And good sweeping to get that one.
Shot there for Sai Yamamoto. Not many left. You can see Myla's getting a little anxious. Sometimes when you're skipping, it's hard to convince yourself to say, "Oh, it's just got to be my two that make it." You would like to get at least one in there before you get to you, but
yeah.
Both games at 7. Both games after 7, sorry. 7th in. Yeah, the game has Ha leading 7-6. Playing 8 without hammer. As you can all see on the board. So Alyssa Nedowin. He has to throw up one final guard. And this will be the last guard because Plett needs 2 to tie this up. And nicely done.
And surprise, surprise. Playing the
I think now you're definitely at a point where you got to be a little careful with this one, Ryan. Earlier on, I was thinking, well, if they run it in, it jams that, rolls or something, it's not the end of the world. But you don't want to be doing that now.
No. It seems like the throwers are playing to the tolerance a bit with that. Oh, that was dangerous. Hit that a little thicker. That's rolling right to the top of the 4 foot. That was dangerous,
yeah. I agree. Absolutely. Got fortunate.
I guess it is slightly better now that red's not in the house. Like, for example, Myla could have played the yellow double to sit 3.
Yeah.
But that option is no longer here.
Gotta go. Gotta bury this. They can possibly get it behind the guard. Even a little bit behind the guard is better than none. Pretty close to wide open. Well, it is wide open, but you can't hit it on the low side.
Yeah. Well, you gotta hope they leave a triple and then flash. But,
yeah.
And
Miko Nihira skipping the Team Tabata this weekend and doing a heck of a job.
No kidding. That's interesting. Only playing 2 games to qualify. You don't see that very often.
No, it's a 10-team. When you've got only 10 teams and 10-team triple. It's 6 qualifiers. It's kind of a bit of a funky draw for sure.
Yeah, it's just the way it works out.
Yeah, very nice shot there by Nihira, and I don't think that Plett has a shot.
I don't think so. Not with these rocks, at least. Maybe the slam rocks are very lively. You might be able to hit like a quarter, the top yellow, and then just clip it on the way by the second yellow and stick it. But I don't think there's any. And even if you do make it, they have an open hit. So.
Yeah. I think it's handshakes here. David and everyone standing up, having a look. And Team Plett will concede to what was a very good game, Ryan. I think that Team Tabata was certainly worthy of the victory in this one.
Yeah, that was a very well played game. They're definitely proving themselves with every game they play.
Yeah, for sure. It's a very good-looking curling team. Don't miss very many shots. And like I say, Skipper not even here this week, so good job. Now they're going to tidy up the rocks and everything. So that concludes our presentation of the semifinals. There is one more game going on. If you want to pop over and pick up the other visual part of that one, it's on right beside us, and enjoy it. And for Ryan Jakes, and I'm Jim Nix, and we will say goodbye from now from the Saville Under 25 Challenge here on Curling Stadium, Edmonton, And we will see you again in a couple hours for the finals.
Man, it's always a pleasure, Jim.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. It was good. I was glad to have you along. It was way more interesting.
Happy to help out.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you in a
Okay.
bit.
Yeah, okay.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.